And we are live. What is up,
No, we're
people of the
not.
internet? It is me, Real American, back with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful August 21st, 2026. I hope everyone's had a great day. I'm having a great day myself. And we're
No, you're
joined,
not.
thank you. We're joined by Mr. Real Texan Politics, Tyrone, and
I'm back on
Will
my computer with
Stancil.
the mic.
Will Stancil
Yeah,
is
I'm
here.
here. Well, I'm gonna go eat some lunch, but I'll be back in like 15
Oh, he's dead.
minutes.
Damn. Well, I hope everyone's having a great day. And we have a lot going on today. We have a lot going on with Iran, a lot going on in Texas. Got to talk with Thomas Massey being Thomas Massey. We got to talk with the Poland. It's a lot. Lots going on today. But before we get into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. All great ways to support the content. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can send super chats via the chat. Again, I'll read through as much chat as possible, but super chats are the best way to get your questions
John.
answered. Oh my God, wait, what?
Don't take that name in vain.
John
Anyway,
is
hi,
here?
John. Yeah,
Oh.
he's muted though.
Damn,
Probably at work.
The legend of John Rose is here. Well, your presence is like immediately making the stream better. So W's a chat for John for showing up, even though he's not saying anything. Okay, I got some super chats to read. If I could find the YouTube thing. There it is. K-Cup for 5. What?
American Nerd for 2.
Yeah. K-Cup for 5. So going all in for an economic war, does that mean the U.S. blockade the strait just stays indefinitely and it just plays defensive attack? Well, we'll get to that. K-Cup for 2. Late Angel Island politics fell into the ocean. Thank you. American Nerd for 2. We should have done economic stuff before the strikes. And again, we'll talk about Iran in a second. American Nerd for another 2. Also, what's going on with the Carmelo Anthony trial? Apparently, we're hearing more details about Carmelo Anthony, and turns out that
I thought you said Kamala Anthony at first.
no, Carmelo.
Yeah. I see.
Apparently,
Tallarico defended him.
Yeah, Tallarico defended him, and we're hearing more that apparently he was stalking somebody. It's a shit show.
He's stalking like his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So there goes that defense. But
oh, he's just some innocent, good kid who.
He's just
Yeah.
an innocent
himself
black
against
kid
the
who was
bully.
framed.
he was framed. Yeah, framed my ass. Okay.
Same shit going on in Mississippi with that. What is it, Nolan Wells case?
I've heard a little bit about that. Not really the most, but I definitely heard Kamala. I said Carmelo. Whatever. Anyways, so we gotta talk about actually, what should we start with today? There's a lot of news broken in the last like 10 minutes.
Let's just start with Iran to get Iran out of the way because I hate talking about Iran on these streams.
I know. Hey, listen, it's a big deal for a lot of people. So
Yeah, we won the war for the 67th time.
it's over. Tyrone's blackpilling, guys. It's over.
Shut up, you fat lethargic Wisconsinite.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
yeah, for those that don't know, there has been a complete change of strategy by the Trump admin, and we're getting more information about this. Apparently, they're fully done with the actual airstrikes and the actual military stuff, and they're going to make this a fully fledged economic war with Iran. Now, why did they do this months ago? I don't freaking know. They should have done this, I think, in like May or June, but it is better late than never. You finally got Iran. You got their leaders admitting that, oh yeah, by the way, guys, our economy is like imploding. You got the president of Iran saying like we got to do something with the economy. Prime Minister saying the same thing. So yeah, it's not a good position for Iran economically. That this is always the big concern with them. Now, does this mean we're gonna win by election day? No, because how many times we said like, guys, the war is over? Like 20 times. So, but yeah, Trump's administration, Scott Bessent confirmed that they're going to do a lot of economic stuff against Iran, and they're going to strangle them. That's going to be their final last-ditch effort, I think, because honestly, it's clear the military strikes are not working. It's not working to the extent they wanted it to, and I think this is the best course for the administration. But what do you guys think? Like, not really the most talk about here with Iran, but just we got updates on it about it. So everyone died. Damn.
I have so little to think about with regards to Iran at this point. I just end it, dude. Get us
end it.
out of there. Do what's necessary to get gas cheaper. Domestic affairs is infinitely. We're going to do well in the midterms, but fuck, man, we really could hit that 56 Senate seat if we really. I know. Some might disagree with me, but no, we really should just fucking. I apologize. I woke up like half an hour ago. My
Damn.
brain is not completely.
No, it's fine. But no, I just want to talk with this kind of quickly because also when it comes to Iran, hold on. John said in chat, in the past we had wars obscured, promoted, or ended by optics. I'd say this is probably the first war I could think of I wholeheartedly dictated by optics. Yeah, I think this is one of those wars that even though you look at it objectively, we bombed the shit out of them. You just have so many retards falling for propaganda and pushing bullshit. And a lot of people believe it. A lot of people believe just nonsense. Now, there are valid concerns with the war. Like, we want gas prices lower. The oil prices got to go down too. But this is just like the messaging around the administration on this has been bad. That's been the biggest issue, I think. It's like, okay, it's done. Is it actually going to keep going? Now it seems like they finally changed their tune on it and focused on the economic part, which I think is much smarter because Iran's economy sucks. I mean, now you even got them bombing their own ships. You guys see that? Like they bombed one of their own cargo ships.
I'm pretty sure that was an accident.
Yeah, sure. It's so kind of funny to think they're bombing their own ships. So, anyways, let's see. Bar for 2 just shut it down. I agree. American Note for 2
shut it down.
Will Iran collapse economically if this plan holds? Well, yeah, that's kind of the issue with Iran's economy. It's shit. Even their top bankers are saying, like, no, we have such high inflation, we can't keep this up. So I think it's a smart move, but I think they should have done this months ago, in my opinion. The actions taken by the Department of War, including seeking peace, prodding the market to stop spurging out, forcing everyone to watch shit, oh good lord, to watch Iran shit the bed diplomatically, was all meant to make people like me despise Iran far more than I was even capable prior to everything. That's what John said. Yeah, but even then, I don't know. I think personally, the last couple months, we bombed them and nothing happened. But anyways, enough of the current Iran stuff. We'll talk about maybe later if something pops up. I don't think it's going to. Got that out of the way when we're super chat. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Iran bombing their own ship. Iran was just so pissed off they had to take it out or something. Yeah, that's totally what happened. Okay, so if something breaks with Iran, there might be this morning. We'll see. I doubt it will, but I want to change subjects, and because we had a lot of breaking news that broke today, and it pertains especially in Texas. So, guys, Ted Cruz is intervening intervening in the Texas Senate race. He is spending, I think, $2 million. I think it was reported, right?
1.7 million.
Whatever, round up to 2. So, yeah, the Cruz Link Super PAC has jumped into the race. They have spent more than $1.7 million starting Friday to boost Republican Senate nominee Ken Paxton. Axios has learned. This is a big deal because we've been waiting. God, when was the last time Paxton was even on the air in Texas? You guys would know.
Like 3 weeks ago.
It-
Again, it's not the worst thing in the world because it's not Labor Day yet. It's not Labor Day yet. People should not begin panicking about Paxton until Labor Day hits, because that is traditionally when Republicans actually fucking launch their shit, bro.
Well, yeah, I get that, but I think it's one of those times where you have so much money just sitting there. You shouldn't have to wait just before Labor Day, or just after, I should say. I think that's a stupid strategy.
Agree, but tradition. I agree, but again, it's just traditional Republican wisdom to wait until Labor Day. So
Which is stupid.
that whether or not it's stupid doesn't fucking.
Well, it doesn't change anything. I
You're
get that.
kind of missing the point, I believe.
How am I missing the point?
The point is that if he's negligent of this past Labor Day, then yes, that is cause to be concerned. But generic Republican advice is just wait till Labor Day to campaign. So yeah, no, again, this is a nothing burger. It's not even worth talking about too particularly much. The only reason people are even mentioning this and talking about it in the Senate is because, one, Paxton is an unhygienic, unflattering character who's incredibly right-wing, and 2, James Tallarico is a fake moderate. He's a progressive posing as a moderate, and every fucking 2 years we get this fucking Blexiscope where
It's gonna happen this year.
You get a radical LARPing as a moderate, and then something happens with the black people or the Hispanics or some stupid fucking bullshit in Houston or Dallas, and then everyone's like, oh, the Democrats really did elect a crazy person this time. And then the Republican wins by at least 6 to 7 points.
Thank you. 6 to 7.
It's just not even worth talking
you.
about, honestly.
No. Oh, gosh. Daniel for 5. The mainstream media has been TDF since 2016. If Obama started the Iran war, you would have at least have left-leaning networks covering for the admin. Oh, 100%. They would say, this is the greatest thing since freaking World War II when we stormed the beaches of Normandy. American Nerd for 2. Which is worse off economically, Iran or Cuba? Oh, Cuba, 100%.
Cuba, undeniably. Cuba doesn't have domestic energy production like Iran does.
They're rolling blackouts, and now they're like getting rid of communism there, slowly but surely, which is funny. But K-Cup for 5. Iran bombing their own ship is the meme of the guy shooting the dude in the chair, blasting someone else. Why would the U.S. do this to our ship? I'm surprised they didn't blame Israel for it, honestly. But they blew up their own shit, which is funny. American Nerd for 2. About time that Cruz is helping Ken Paxton out. Yeah, so Cruz's group is giving $2 million, and apparently they're going to be fully in the Dallas and Houston media markets. And apparently,
because that's where the majority of Republican voters actually are in terms of these cities and swing votes, especially with suburbanites, who Paxton is going to need to do better than normal with. He typically does pretty well with them in statewide races. It's just that you also have Tallarico, who is the definitive Austin liberal, which is going to just be, for some fucking reason, more palatable to suburbanites, because they're going to go, oh, Ken Paxton's a crook. He covered up puppies being killed. Ken Paxton's mean. He shot my dog.
Meanwhile, you have the nutcase in Michigan that literally killed dogs, and nobody gives a shit.
But Tallarico's just a preacher. It's the preacher it's the preacher versus the adulterer, and actions speak louder than words, or something like that.
Meanwhile, look, if they really want to go there, just look up what he said about Christ. But anyways, Cruz's Truth and Courage PAC will spend more than $1.7 million on broadcast TV and Fox News in Houston, as well as college football in Dallas and Houston, according to plans first provided to Axios. So yeah, they're spending money on college football games. So
Amazing.
you're gonna get a lot of just generic R's that watch football. Obviously, it's freaking Texas.
Oh yeah, like if you're airing it during college football games, or the Texans or Cowboys games, or Rangers, Astros.
Go Texans.
Yeah, but those are like the best times to air ads. I'm sure both Talarico and Paxton campaigns know this.
Oh, 100%. It makes the most sense because when you think about it, who watches college football, especially in Texas? Just honestly.
Normies.
Yeah, it's just normies.
Normdroids.
Yeah, it's normies. And a lot of those normies you got to win if you want to win the state of Texas. So, President Gilbert getting up for 50. I remember seeing a video of a hypothetical election in 2028 of Ossoff versus DeSantis, where DeSantis beats Ossoff as the incumbent president, and they did how things happened under DeSantis' presidency. Iran war was in there because Israel asked for help. That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What? I guess a hypothetical video. I don't know what video that is, but thanks for super chat. Okay, so apparently the ad focuses on Chinese purchase of Texas farmland, attacking Tellerico for opposing legislation to ban a practice. Wait, does he actually oppose the legislation?
Who, Paxton?
Or
No.
Tellerico, it says.
Tallarico, yes. Tallarico opposes it because the majority of Democrat money coming into the state of Texas is usually in some form or another Chinese, because Texas is a massive industrial hub for China to do business in. The Port of Houston is like their second busiest. The Port of Houston's busiest trading partner is China, is what I'm saying.
The Tellerico campaign, I want to bring this up too, because we're finally getting more updates on the cash in hand stuff. And the Tellerico campaign has nearly 22 million. Wait, that's it? They only got 22 million on hand for Tellerico?
Wow.
They've already blown
What
for
the
like
hell?
a bunch.
How much? Like,
Dude, do you realize how much they've spent?
no, I didn't realize that much. I thought they still had 50 million left.
No, this is what Ye spoke of.
Oh my God. They only have 22 million. And you know the Democrats, like, they're already broke. They can't make up that gap they lost. Like, yeah, it's more than Paxton. Paxton only has 2 million. But guys, this is supposed to be like the main money for Dems in Texas. And they only got 22 million. Really?
He's the other moneymaker that they have alongside Ossoff, which makes me wonder how much money does Ossoff have right now.
I mean, he's
Probably
burning through a
pushing
lot
100
too.
I mean, he's probably pushing 100 million at least raised, but
No, on cash in hand, he's burned through a lot. Not as much as
well, for
Tellerico
sure.
or especially Patola, but still.
Yeah, from what I've
God.
seen. Okay, that was from back in June, so we're like, the next update's not going to be till like what, September, October.
I guess.
But yeah, it was Paxton at 1.7 million back in June, and then Tallarico was 21.5 million. He raised 68.5 million, spent 47 million. Paxton raised 9.2 million, spent 7.4 million.
That's bad. That's not good for Tellerico because again, Democrats, their candidates are supposed to raise the money. They don't got the money. They don't have enough money in Texas because you think 22 million on hand's enough to win Texas. Obviously, he's gonna raise more.
Basically 22 million, while not an insignificant number, it is more or less paltry for Texas political financing, especially in a post-Trump world where Democrats are regularly dumping 100 million plus into these statewide races because they want to get it within 2 points. Beto had like what, 120 million near the beginning?
I think so. Yeah, I swore he had way more than that, but I guess he didn't. And Napoleon is saying that this was up to June 30th. Okay, but still, I thought he had a lot more than 22 million. It's probably gone up since June, I would assume. But, I mean, freaking Trump's PAC alone is going to spend a good bit of money here. And Democrats really can't do a lot of outside spending here. That's the problem. I don't know. That's not a lot. Like, that is not good.
John just messaged and he said, for those who don't know,
oh, Thomas Massey.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But yeah, I did not realize it was that low already. That is a high burn rate. God, how much is he burning through? That's a lot of money just went through like immediately. And most of the money should be spent in like September and October, not in fucking July. It's just insane.
They're
Okay.
gonna find. They're mysteriously gonna find a fuck ton of money for him. Don't worry.
Oh, they're gonna. He's gonna have enough money. I'm not saying he's gonna be like broke or something, but man, you're spending that much already. What's gonna happen in October where everybody else is fighting for the money? This is supposed to be like your best advantage right now. But okay, we're gonna see how that goes in Texas. Another quick story about that. But let's see. Tellerico is raising 1.46. Good lord, $1.46 for every dollar spent. Yikes, that's pretty bad. Okay, we gotta talk about Thomas Massey. Well, let's just quick segue. We got through this stuff. We got through the Texas stuff. I think just the fundraising's like that's weird. 22 million, but okay, we gotta talk about Thomas Massey because Tyrone, what was Thomas Massey's position on
Thomas
trade?
Massey has always been a libertarian who has opposed tariffs, and now he is defending tariffs because Trump is promoting a free trade with Argentina for beef. Just so everybody is tracking, Argentina accounts for 0.4% of our total beef share. They do not have in any meaningful capacity any sort of share of beef in the United States. Thomas Massey will be quiet about tariffs on Australia with beef when Australia accounts for about 20% or 26% of our total beef like in the country right now. But since Trump is doing a free trade agreement with Argentina, which accounts for less than 0.5% of our total fucking beef, he'll throw a fucking shit fit about the tariffs. Thomas Massey is just a contrarian idiot.
This might be the most absurd thing.
Contrarian.
Oh, go on.
Yeah,
go on.
Thomas Massey is a contrarian. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He might be literally the most economically illiterate libertarian I've ever met, which is real fucking funny because he's always prided himself on being the economic
finance guy.
the finance dude. And like I'm starting to see why fucking McCarthy and I'm starting to see why McCarthy and Johnson never let him on any fucking finance committees.
So yeah, let's explain a bit of context here. So President Trump just announced that in an effort to really reduce the price of ground beef, because well, Biden killed a bunch of the herds. I mean, they killed God knows how many of them. They're allowing from Argentina to import 300,000 metric tons of product for ground beef without any tariffs on them from Argentina, which Argentina has become a close ally of the United States the last couple of years. So, yeah, it was a trade agreement for only 90 days. And Thomas Massey, for his entire career, has been a low bird on tariffs. No tariffs whatsoever. We only want free trade. But now he's saying, this is a slap in the face of American cattlemen. Wait, what? Did you support free trade 5 seconds ago? Now you're against it because Trump said so? Seriously?
There's probably another reason for it, and it's because Argentina's pro-Israel.
That's probably what it is too. I didn't think about that. I completely forgot
Unfortunately,
about
that might actually be a fucking point.
Oh my god! If it's because of Jesus.
Yeah, because again, you'd think like Milei, like
Milei.
be like the super pro Milei. You know, Milei's the first libertarian head of state, but he fucking hates him. And I think we know what the reason is. It's because Milei's pro. Yeah.
This is fucking stupid. The one country on earth that's actually successfully embraced libertarianism to a certain degree, you're gonna shit on them and say, no, we can't do this because Trump is bad? Seriously?
Israel.
It's a free trade agreement. That's the whole point of libertarianism, about trade. No tariffs.
It's free trade against the slave state to Israel.
It's so fucking stupid. But you read the rest of this, and Mark brought up a good point. By the way, shout out to America First Insight, the official sponsor of these streams. And Mark brought up a good point, because you read the rest of this, he says, what a slap in the face to American cattlemen and consumers. Worse than socialism. Hold up. What?
Socialism is worse than
trade
socialism is when free trade with allied states
happens. because they've been
When
good
free
friends with
trade
us.
with the-
Political discourse has turned even our elected representatives into fucking into knuckle dragging, mouth drooling, mouth breathing fucking idiots. Dude.
Again,
for
this whole thing, I guarantee you, it's got nothing to do with just free trade or whatever. It's just solely because of Israel.
yeah, it probably is.
It's
Because-
it's because Argentina is a pro-Israel state. It's because Milei, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a
Yeah,
Zionist.
it's I already said this. It's Milei.
Milei.
Milei, yeah, it's because Milei is a Zionist.
Javier Milei.
Yeah,
But-
Milei is a Zionist, and
Yeah,
that's
he is.
basically all it is.
But it's crazy to
Well,
me
he's
because
more than just
that's the
he's
thing.
more than just a Zionist. He literally converted to Judaism.
yeah, he's
Yeah, so this is
he's
yeah,
pretty
so
much
this
shell.
is yeah. Thomas Massey's view of libertarianism, his ideal form of libertarianism is just basically fully abandoning Israel and basically being pro Palestine libertarianism.
It's
I guess.
literally
Say
just
something.
it's Israel last.
Not-
That's all it is.
Yeah. He's not a libertarian. Let us not forget, during the Biden administration, he voted to get rid of the debt ceiling entirely. He is a libertarian when Trump's in office. When anyone else is in office, he doesn't give a shit about fiscal spending. He's not consistent. You want somebody who's consistent on fiscal spending? Ron Johnson's consistent on fiscal spending. Massey isn't. Massey changes his fucking entire worldview.
Chip Roy is consistent on fiscal spending. Ron Johnson
Yeah.
is consistent on fiscal spending. Mike Johnson is consistent on fiscal spending. Rand
Bert-
Paul, outside the hurricane thing, is fairly consistent on fiscal spending. Thomas Massey doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a
He's
shit. It's
just
only
an
because
anti-Israel grifter.
he only cares when Trump's in office so he can fuck him over. That's all it comes down to. But what's so funny about this?
Yeah.
How is free trade socialist? Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. How on earth is free trade? That's like the polar opposite. Like, seriously, free trade is socialist now? And I'm against free trade. Everyone knows I support tariffs. But this is somehow socialist? Free trade is
I
I
support
think
socialist.
it.
Massey is pretty clearly just becoming a sloppulist.
Yeah.
That's his brand now.
And
he's a single issue Israel.
Yeah.
Just terminally online sloppulist.
But you read the rest of this. Dumping foreign beef in U.S. markets can temporarily lower prices, but it won't incentivize American farmers to raise more beef. You fucking moron. Do you understand how farms work or how farmers get their herds?
He doesn't. He's a mechanical engineer who
Fair
makes
enough.
money off of his pens being used by large
Guys,
corporations.
it takes a while for cows to be born and then to be grown to raise. Like, so it doesn't happen overnight. The whole point of this is a temporary solution until ranchers can catch up to the fucking
By the way,
bullshit
it
of
only
Biden.
lasts 90 days.
Yeah, it's not like it's 3 years or something. It's 90 days.
It's a 90-day exemption policy.
Yeah.
Look,
But
we all know why beef is expensive. There's 3 reasons as to why beef is expensive. Dum fucking I forgot how to actually pronounce his username. He tweeted about this earlier. Oh my god, they got Diddy. It's very it's oh Jesus Christ, they updated the fucking website too. Now reposts are separate from the actual posts channel on the web browser.
yeah, it's I think I don't know what you're talking about.
This is garbage. Fuck you, Elon.
But yeah, but the final part is just the funniest part. Bring back country of origin labels and passed by Prime Act. The Prime Act, like Mark from America First, since I brought up, would actually cause beef prices to go up because states like California and New York would just say "fuck you," we're not going to adhere to it. Yeah,
Everything.
it would help states like Texas out, but the first part's even funnier. So he says free trade is socialist, but now it's like we need country of origin labels. Guys, you do realize that's just another regulation, right? The libertarian supports regulations now. And you guys understand it costs
This-
money to create
this beef-
labels.
This
Right.
beef is from a Zionist country.
Yeah, it just has a star David on it. That's all it has.
That's literally Massey's dream. His labeling whether this country supports the Israel or not.
The Star of David. Remember that? The freaking Star of Gavin, the fucking pride flag, like, oh god, it was stupid. But yeah, it's like, okay, so this socialism is free trade, but creating country of origin labels, which I would be fine with, isn't. And you do realize that would increase prices further.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
It's
Here it
fucking
is. Here it is.
stupid.
Here's the tweet. Pull it up. Meat prices aren't up because of tariffs. They're up because one, Fort meat packers have consolidated the entire
Oh, I've
industry
seen
and
this.
are currently under investigation for price fixing. Two, cattle herds are record low because they've left this policy for the past 10 plus years, intentionally trying to destroy the meat industry to prevent climate change. And three, we imported 30 million people in the 40 million people in the past 4 years that are all subsidized by the government to buy beef from Walmart. Furthermore, it's just a temporary waiver. The USG struck a deal to undercut the entire market to bring down prices. People weren't complaining about beef prices last year when the tariffs started because the market was squeezed due to the cattle herds hadn't hit substantially marked levels yet.
Yeah. So basically the whole point
So
is
if you want to blame anybody for increasing, and by the way, KG at Interstate Juche, he's posted about this extensively. The only thing that is consistently actually raised in prices, groceries wise, is beef. It's only beef.
It's beef.
Everything else has stable eggs, beef, eggs. Those are the only two things. Everything else has either gone down in price or stayed the same since Trump, including matching pace for fucking what's the word? Inflation, including matching inflation pacing. Only beef and eggs have gone up. You want to know why? Because the beef and egg industries are basically completely controlled by the same mega corporations, which if we were under an actual antitrust government would be dealt with. And by the way, Vance is going to be that antitrust government. Vance is keenly aware of everything that's happening with these things right now. That's why he's speaking about the quality of life so much. So yes, if you want your beef and egg prices to go down, don't vote Democrat. Don't tune out. Don't counter-signal tariffs. Fucking hold your nose in the worst case if you really find them that odious, and vote for Vance in 2028. Because anybody else is just going to fucking keep making things go up.
But you know what these
But I
libertarian
was told he's a Zionist shill,
Hello,
and I need to
Napoleon.
vote for the import millions of people and destroy Whitey Party.
but like
But
and
at,
on top
but
of that,
at least the import millions and whatever parties doesn't take money from APAC.
guys, there gets 8-pack. That
They
means
still
they're America
do.
first.
You guys have seen that meme, right? The
Yes.
fucking ape tracker meme where it's
Whoever
like
made that
on a, yeah.
one shot of the entire thing. Like that
yeah, it's
single
where
meme
it's
one
like
shot of it.
fucking John America, $1 billion, and then fucking like Muhammad wants to kill Americans. It's like $0.
Import 30 million people, freaking nuke Israel. That's all it is. It's like all these people care about is Israel. They're Israel last. They're not America first. How many times have they explained this?
They're not just Israel last. They're Palestine first.
Yeah. A lot of them are. A lot of them are just Israel last and Palestine first. So fuck Israel over. That's all they give a shit about.
I'm not fucking dying for Palestine.
Yeah, that's where the new talking point.
There we go. Yeah. Yes.
Not dying for Palestine. Because you know these idiots, they're gonna try to advocate for war against Israel. They're already pushing for it now.
What does this have to do with the beef prices? Let's go back to talking about the actual relevant topical discussions. Beef prices.
This is a rap stream. It never stays on.
But no,
that's cool. I'm wrangling it back into the original topic.
But no, it's a good point by Tyrone. Go on.
No, I just wanted to wrap it up and say that the reason Thomas Massie is countering this, he doesn't care about actual Americans. He doesn't care about representing his constituents. He cares about counter-signaling Trump because Trump is the only actual economic centrist who's actually doing anything in this fucking country. Scott Bessent is the GOAT. Vance understands perfectly where Trump is going with this. And if you are so powerful as to be so psychically damaging to characters that you have some of the biggest quote-unquote libertarians in the House supporting tariffs, you're either A, doing everything wrong, which we know he's not doing everything wrong, or B, your opposition is incredibly fucking stupid. Beef and eggs will go down once Vance becomes president because he understands what the fuck we need to do. Trump has been doing everything he can successfully to really just hone in the price and lower the price of everything involved with the supply chain, free trade agreements with these states. Argentine beef is completely fine, by the way. I've cooked Argentine beef. I literally have some Argentine beef in my freezer. I'm going to be making an Argentine/Spanish and styled pasta or later with some
That sounds pretty
saffron.
good.
Argentina
And
used to be
Manchego
the
cheese.
beef supplier of the world. We
And
took
then
combined
yeah.
with their really dumb economic policies and us
Peronism.
massively increasing our beef
Yeah,
herds,
it's
we took the position Argentina used to have.
Argentina. Like people are making it sound like Argentina beef's like some shit from like China. It's not. Like I hate the argument. Like, fine, it's one thing if it was like it was from China or something. But it's from Argentina, guys. They just 20 years ago or whatever, they were the biggest producer. So
No, their beef is fine. It's just they've had terrible economic policy for the past 40 years, and it ruined their economy.
no, guys,
So everyone went to American beef.
it's actually good. You see those memes like they blame Melee for the currency being bad, which is fucking
And then
hilarious.
it's entirely data from before he got elected.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, it's been like this for 30 years. You're gonna blame him for that? A lot of people do because they're fucking stupid. But yeah, these libertarian types are just, they're not even, at this point, they're not libertarians. They're just leftists. That's all they are.
Yeah,
just-
well, I mean
Hence-
that's
Since
what's
Rand
been
Paul has
happening.
shut up.
Yeah.
Rand Paul shut up, and now he's actually not, he's actually tolerable a little bit, so.
Rand
Anyway.
Paul has never been a libertarian, by the way. I just wanted to get that out there.
All right, let's read some super chats. America Noted for 2. Massey really is a follow the crowd kind of person. Oh, 100%. It's just, oh, everyone's against Israel. Now I'm against Israel. It's sloppulous garbage. America Noted for 2. Melee is a better libertarian than Massey. Yeah. President Gilbert getting up for 2. Massey be like Argentina's controlled by Israel. I guarantee you that's why he's against it, because it's fucking Argentina. America Noted for 2. Free trade is unfair trade. Well, not necessarily. There are times where free trade's fine. It's just the way we were doing it for years was stupid. With like China and like Vietnam and Korea, South Korea. It was insane. That fake guy for 2. Did you hear the Paxton dog abuse thing? It's a nothing burger.
Nothing burger, not changing the race.
Chances raising for 5.
It's I'll speak on that as well. It's I mean I kind of didn't really want to amplify it because I mean I'd rather not give that sack of shit Aaron Parnas the attention he deserves or that he tries to get, but it is a bad look. Yes, any dog scandals gonna hurt anybody, but I think
The only
that what
people who care enough about animal abuse to actually go vote on it as a major fucking issue at the polls are going to be people who are predisposed to leftism to begin with.
They were
Just
probably
saying
already
that.
going to vote they were probably already going to vote Tallarico. But I will also say, I think there's a big difference between this and the Abdul El Sayed
Oh,
dog
100%.
scandal, which is that El Sayed I think was actually like actively involved.
He was directly involved
in
with that.
the euthanasia of dogs. Paxton just allegedly covered stuff up,
He
which
just did-
obviously isn't a good look, but it's
He just
still,
didn't investigate it. That's basically what it came down to. So
Yeah.
Right guy for 2. Sorry.
I just hope we don't get anything worse about
If
Paxton.
that's all they got fucking nothing.
They're going to be blasting the child predator case as well on the airwaves,
Oh,
which if you look
God.
into it at all,
Well, that's
it
what they were
was-
doing, and it really didn't do anything. Then they switched
exactly
over to,
because it was
they
a
switched to-
mistrial.
They switched over
That's wh-
to Paxton stole a pen.
When I saw that, I knew
That
they had
didn't work.
nothing. That
That
was
didn't work.
Yeah.
Now they have the
nothing.
dog stuff, which I mean, they're already running with like puppy killer Paxton stuff now. Like Tallarico's going to do a whole rally with like a humane society thing, and yeah, that scandal may like slightly hurt Paxton, but I don't think it's going to be by a whole lot.
Okay, chances raising for
I will
5.
say though, this race is going to be like probably 2018 levels, if not a little bit closer.
No.
Yes, it will. It will.
Chance raising for 5. Massey's so bad at this point, he probably opposed DeSantis. He ran again in 28. He probably would have acted like this if Ron won in 24 also. Oh, yeah, he's going to turn against DeSantis if he runs for president. Just watch. He's going to. Right guy
I
for...
don't think
Matt-
DeSantis
I
runs,
mean-
admittedly.
Well, if he
I
runs.
mean,
But
Yeah.
you get what I mean.
Massey wants to run.
Oh
so-
yeah, he does. He's gonna run in the America Only Party. So, right guy for 2. Is Massey gonna be a GTV influencer soon? Probably. President Gilbert Diddy up for 5. I don't like free trade either,
Did
but
you
he's.
just say Gilbert Diddy up? What?
I said Gilbert Diddy up, Tyrone. Come on.
Oh, we got Gilbert Diddy up,
Oh, God.
bro.
I don't like free trade either, but he's saying it's socialist because it has the word free in it. Yeah, that's true. Cake out for 5. Was gonna say I know beef is more expensive right now, but I've been noticing I've been able to buy more with basically $100 in the store recently. Yeah, there's I've noticed that too. It seems like prices are getting less egregious. It's still bad, but it seems like we're finally starting to get past the horse shit in the last 5 years in some areas. Hopefully that trend continues.
Remember, the last Democrat administration took 4 years of Trump doing his best to try and correct 8 years of the Obama economy, made it completely insufferable, let in at least 40 million illegals, and now they're counter signaling Trump for doing what he tried to do best.
All right.
And people in my replies counter signaling Trump when the data is showing that if they keep the pace that they've been having, that they've been ramping up with for the past month, we'll get between 1 and 1.5 million deportations over the next year.
Hold on,
Forced
that is-
deportation.
Hold on, did I miss? No, K-Cub, I did not miss any super chats. I didn't miss any. No, I read all yours, so
let's see.
Oh, shit,
Argentina
hold
beef
on.
is better than fake meat and 3D meat.
hold on, shut up, I got it. K-Cup for 5. I ran about. Oh, right already. Okay, K-Cup, I don't know what I missed. I read all your super chats. Whatever.
Yeah, you just gotta ignore the super chats when they start tweaking.
K-Cup for
Right.
5. I read already. K-Cup for 2, I guess. No, I don't fucking know. There it is.
I think that's the one.
There it is. K-Cup for 2. Argentina beef is better than fake meat and 3D meat. Well, yeah, better than freaking Bill Gates.
Shake up, you send too much. It's kind of hard to keep track, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going to say this because
Tyrone,
I said this
don't.
during my stream. Guys, please try to keep your super chats concise and
Colton
don't
links.
flood us.
Colton links for 2. Rand Paul's actually useful. Advanced HHS. No, just keep RFK and HHS. Eric for 2. Libertarians are just libs that like guns. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all libertarians, because
No, libertarians suck.
Milei has been pretty good in Argentina, and he's been willing to use like government power to push. Like, here's the thing: it's government power to nuke the government, and I gotta respect that. You know,
It's patriot
you gotta
shit.
respect that.
The real,
No, like they're
the
not all
real,
bad. It's
the real esoteric truth, Nuke, is that Trump is more libertarian than any Republican president has been because he's the one who's cut most government programs and welfares.
Yeah, we're not ready for that conversation, but
oh no,
fucking,
I agree. No, I agree. Like most, yeah, we have not really had a truly like strong government president. Yeah, Trump has unironically done more than Bush, which Bush
shit.
fucking sucks. Like, he created the surveillance state, so like, well, he didn't really create it, but definitely.
No, he just
Us
legalized
citizens,
it.
Big government conservative socialism, according to James Lindsay, is when you're the first administration in 40 years to actually cut down and deregulate
Oh.
the size and scope of the government.
All Trump did was just fire people that weren't doing their jobs, and we just fire like a quarter of the government.
Well, I mean, you need to understand
we
that
need to-
you need to understand with these people, the government's job is to not serve the people. The government's job is to act as a jobs program for poor people and
That's true.
minorities.
Okay, anyways, so yeah, I think the whole beef thing is just, listen, I'm against most free trade, but like, guys, it's fucking fine. If it's for 90 days and it actually makes sense, who gives a shit? It's just contrarianism to the 5th degree. It's bullshit. Nobody should actually care, but no, a lot of people, of course, they're now saying we gotta stop free trade. You know, the Thomas Massey position is really just Israel. If Israel supports something, he opposes it, and vice versa. It's fucking stupid. But okay. So in other news, everybody, let me see here. Where are we at? Oh, we gotta talk about we talked a little bit about the fundraising stuff a little bit ago, but we just got an update from the House Majority PAC, which is the Democrats' main campaign win for the House. And do you guys hear about this? So apparently, the Jeffries endorsed group, this is the House Majority PAC, they are planning on spending just under $300 million in ad reservations nationwide. They announced this months ago. This was their big announcement, 300 million or whatever it was, 283 million. And basically, here's the issue. And I brought this up. I made a video on this a long time ago. Here's the main problem. As of August 1st, the Jeffries endorsed group holds just 115 million on hand, leaving roughly 60% of these commitments underfunded or unfunded completely.
But
where's
Act
the money?
Blue, but Act Blue has 2 billion.
Yeah. So basically, in other words, they're short 170 million. And we are what, 3 months away from election day? Not even.
Yeah, the House Majority PAC is not going to be able to raise
There's not
that.
enough time.
Oh, but X candidate and or Y candidate can do it. Yeah, FEC does take campaign finance law seriously. A candidate cannot just transfer all of their money to the House
There's
Majority
laws
PAC.
against it. Like Vindman in Florida, he can't really transfer any of that money. It's just gone. Like that money is just gonna sit there, most of it.
Which,
And
thank God,
money-
has been lost.
And also, in campaign finance law, there's a difference between funds that are raised for a primary and funds that are raised for a general. So, especially in Vindman's case, the vast majority of that money is labeled as having been raised for a primary, not for a general.
Exactly. That's why they can't use it. And that's a big difference. And a lot of people don't understand that finance law in America is fucked. I think there's gotta be reform to it because it's like a mess. But guys, they need to get 170 million. And by the way, that's just for ad reservations. We're not even talking about get out the vote operations because that includes that money's gonna be spent for that also. So they probably need to raise, if we're being generous, if they have to include get out the vote operations, including the 280 million in ads, and they only got 115 million, they probably got to raise closer to 250 million and get all the money, nothing on any other expenditures, nobody's getting paid, nothing, just to maybe afford what they got to do. And they got 3 months to do it. That's not going to happen. They're not raising enough money. We keep bringing this up. It's a big deal. They don't have, they're not even halfway there to what they need just for ads. So what are they going to do when they need to get a ground game going? Seriously.
And
they have nothing.
The Democrats are stuck in a position that the Republicans were stuck in previously of where their big donors are. Vindman was, where was he? Was he in Massachusetts or because he thought he was just gonna no. He thought he was just gonna win, so he's at a donor event out of state.
He's at a donor event out of state.
Yeah, the Democrats are in a similar position the Republicans have been stuck in, where the Republicans, their piggy bank was the California GOP. They went to California Republicans for massive donations to PACs. Well, the California GOP kinda is not good, to say the least, anymore. Yeah. They can't really supply the funding that they used to, but the GOP isn't having to constantly rely on this big money donor out of California. But the Democrats are still are stuck with California and the Northeast.
And now they're starting to their big problem is a lot of these big donors, they only give the money individually to candidates or their affiliated PACs. They don't actually give it to the DNC anymore. That's why they're in debt right now. They're like 2 million now. They're still in debt.
This is how donors have been able to increasingly, especially these progressive donors, they've been able, or moderate donors, this is how they've been able to increasingly, and at this point with diminishing returns, stem the tide of the progressives taking over the party. Because if we were just talking about money going to the party, you would see a lot more progressives. But these donors are basically able to give all of these resist liberals and moderates and establishment-backed candidates all the money they need to basically brute force their way through primaries, because the donors are all a bunch of Clinton-era hacks.
Well, yeah, but people are not understanding how big of a problem this is for Dems, because the Democrat machine it is it's very top heavy. You need these groups like House Majority PAC, the DSCC, these other groups. They need their money, and right now they're not getting it. That's gonna be a big problem.
And-
If they don't have their money for ads, where do they get the money for get out the vote operations? Where's the money coming from? Who's gonna fund
Compare
it?
this to the Republicans, where granted their House and Senate majority PACs are fine, but Trump has also gotten around this issue by just going, "Hey, donate to me, and I'll spend the money
Yeah.
for these candidates that need help.
You
Donate to my PAC."
like if it was
America PAC.
yeah, the America you got the America PAC too. Musk is gonna spend now it's up to 200 million. Went from 100 million to 200 million in a week.
1 billion cash advantage.
Yeah. The America PAC just keeps going up every day. 100 million one day, the next day 200 million. It might reach half a billion. I don't think it's going to, but like you see the problem here? Musk alone can fund the entirety of the get out the vote operation for the GOP across the board. One person. Democrats-
It's kind of
And
like
get up the-
your policy positions being abolish the government and 3 gorillion percent taxes on billionaires scares wealthy people who have
Yeah.
actually invested their money into this country.
And a lot of these tech types, they're finally giving a lot of money to the GOP. They've completely left the Democrats. Like they're not giving them a
And al-
dime this cycle.
And also, get out the vote efforts are more cost effective than ads. Ads are expensive.
Yeah.
You're expected to put out television and radio ads, but they are the most cost ineffective part of a campaign. It looks bad if you don't have them.
You need them.
You need them. The most cost effective means of getting people to vote for you is door knocking.
And Democrats got
Whether
this year. I keep trying. Oh, sorry, go on. I think you're done.
Well, I'm mostly done. Especially getting high schoolers and college students who you can convince to do it for either free or for some pizza.
They're bored. It's like, oh, I'll do it.
If you
Sure.
give a college student a piece of pizza and a doctor I'm generous. You give a college student 2 slices of pizza and a Dr. Pepper, they will go vote Republican.
Go tell a group of 10, hey, if you go knock X many doors today, I'll pay for a pizza dinner
so let's-
and Dr. Pepper.
Let me just get a piece of paper out here. Let's just use a basic math here. All right, a math with real American and crew. So, okay, House Democrats have not even 200 million. They're not even halfway to what they need for their ads. Again, where is the money coming from? You need to spend, if we're being generous, for all the races combined, for all the House races, for the Senate seats, for the governorships, how much do you have to spend on get out the vote operations? Like nationwide. A lot of money. Let's be generous and say 150 million. Is that fair?
You know what? Honestly, 200 million for a nationwide to get out the vote operation, that would unironically be enough to get like 15 college students per area you want to get people out to vote. You could give them pizza and Dr. Pepper every day until the fucking the election day.
So
And you'd
200
probably
million.
still have like, let's say 200 million.
To 200 million. Okay. Democrats, they want to spend 300 million on ads alone, and they're not even halfway there. They have to raise like 500 million just as one, like in total in the next 3 months. That's not going to happen for what they want to do with advertisements and get out the vote operations. They have to pick and choose.
Isn't that what Democrats want to do in Texas alone?
Allegedly, but guess what? They're not getting the money. It was always bullshit. They don't have any fucking money. None of these groups have money. The only people that have money is Ossoff and Telrico. Even though they're burning through half of it already.
And I'd also, again, like to point out all of their money disappeared after President Trump killed USAID. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Fuck you, don't say my line.
Also, hence why you are a stupid monkey if you believe that the Democrats are going to make Texas closer this year than in 2018 in Texas.
Okay,
I have other words I could
I
say, but I don't want to get Rap's stream ended early by
Yeah.
YouTube.
Please don't.
Well, I will say we've got several other Dems who are raised. Crowley has already surpassed Tiffany in 1 week. And that's because like a bunch of Dems donated, thinking he's the next Obama, basically. So the National Party's giving him a shit.
They think he's doing. All right. Yeah, you really need to change your soundboard. I cannot keep hearing "There's no more rape in this prison" every time you
Oh,
join.
thank you. I'm not muted for a reason.
What's wrong with telling the people of America
Oh,
that there will
God.
be no more rape in prison? This seems
President Gibber Giddy up for
perfectly
5. I'm Princess Giddy down and now Diddy. Guys, my story arc is so schizophrenic.
Princess
God.
Princess Diddy oil down.
Oh God. Okay, so do basic math here.
And in some
200
cases,
200 million for just get out the vote operations. Question: What group on the Republican side has that already? One single group. Who has
MAGAs.
that? No, America PAC.
Oh, I thought you meant specific names and titles.
No, no,
Yeah,
just- no.
yes.
Elon
we
Musk
got
group.
AFP, Turning Point. Well, America PAC's been like dead. They're in Wisconsin though. I saw.
No,
so
no,
I
no.
guess they're dead.
No, they just like Musk is now spending 200 million on 2026.
Oh, okay.
now.
So yeah, we got Turning Point, AFP, America PAC, and several others.
I'm just doing
Here's
basic math
something-
here. Hold on.
Yeah,
Go
I was
on.
actually talking with Logan the other day about this. The right is like a couple big ones. We got, Turning Point, AFP. The left has like 30 million of these like tiny groups that are
They
just
suck.
focused on specific issues. We have a bigger like grassroots organization. They just have more of them, but they're sucked. But here's the thing: it kind of evens out though, because at the end of the day, they end up kind of having an advantage because their base lives in cities, and all they have to do is go to every house in the city, which they're right next to each other, and just get everyone to vote. Odds are they're going to be Democrats. You might get one Republican for every like 50 houses, maybe, But like our base all lives in the country, and it's very difficult to like drive from house to house, which means most of us, what we end up doing is just knocking in the suburbs where half the houses are Dems, half the houses are Republicans, and we might get a couple independents. So because of that, even though they don't have as many like big groups as us, that they have an even playing field just because they have the advantage in terms of where their voters are and how easy they are to mobilize.
That is a good point. I still think that it's just.
You don't think.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't thank me. Thank my recruiter.
God. Where are we at? Yeah, so I'm just doing some basic math here. So Trump's group has like 500, 600 million. Musk group has 200 million. RNC has 150 million. That's just the get out the vote operations. And like, of course, Trump's has spent a lot of money on ads, I would assume. You see the problem here? We're not even talking about the Republican House committees or the Republican Senate committees. And we already have like, if my math is correct, like $850 million for get out the vote operations. That's not including Turning Point. That's not including AFP. You see the issue for Democrats here? Like, I want to visualize this to people. Democrats have what on hand? Like a couple hundred million, maybe?
I would say no more than $250 million at most.
Yeah. Of course, our candidates have more. When you factor in all of this, it's not even fucking close. It is a fucking blowout. Musk alone.
Not only is this the first time in modern history where Republicans have held the financial advantage, we have it in such a domineering manner.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where are they getting the money from? Like, yeah, they're gonna raise more. You get some big donors. I get that, but you're telling me they have 2 months to make up like $1 billion? Really? Does anyone really think it's gonna happen?
No, it won't. We are fundraising advantage.
We are Alex Pretty.
God.
We will be. Yeah, we will be going in with the fundraising advantage. It's just, is Trump's discipline rating high enough to counter that? I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a relatively mixed year. I think a reverse 2022 is a potentially likely situation where Dems still win, but they win by a lot less than you expect. That's kind of how I'm looking at these midterms. Because in many ways it is. Biden was super unpopular. But Democrats just had a massive fundraising advantage in 22, so that happened. This year it's reversed. You know, Trump's very unpopular, but Republicans have a massive fundraising.
But the
advantage.
fundraising advantage Republicans have now is way more. That's the difference.
Can I just? Hey guys, what's up? Yeah,
Hello.
Republicans. Hello. Republicans do have a massive fundraising advantage, but they don't spend it until Labor Day. This needs to stop. We're not in.
Well, they're starting to spend money
1987
now. Like we did the math. I think it was like 100 million before Labor Day, like the next couple of weeks. So we're starting to see them spend money now, which is a good thing. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
they
they're
gotta spend
starting a
more.
month earlier
Not
than
in
usual.
Texas or North Carolina though. Those like North
They just
Carolina-
started Texas.
Oh my god, I'm going to kill myself if you keep bringing up Texas. Texas voters do not give a shit until Labor Day. Ken Paxton is not in trouble. I don't know why you keep fucking incessantly tuning the fuck out about Ken Paxton, Poster Tubbs. He will be
What about
fine.
North Carolina? That race should be way closer than it is. I mean,
It is
Frank.
way closer.
Because North
it's only
Carolina
closer.
polls-
Excuse me.
We're
I would
not gonna
refer-
win North
shut up,
Carolina. It's gonna be
I would.
close, but we're not
Shut the
going
fuck up.
Thank you.
You can
would-
use your scream.
I would refer people. I've been trying to speak for the last fucking 15 seconds. I would refer people to the 2020 North Carolina Senate polling, and you tell me that the polls are going to be accurate. I think right now, Watley is probably down by about 2 or 3 points, and we're a little over 2 months out. We're about 2.5 months out. Stop turning out. If the public polling is like Cooper +3 going into election day, I would feel at least a little confident going into the night. If he's still
Thing
up
is-
by 8 in internal polling, then I would maybe kind of freak out a little bit. Or in public polling.
He's up by like 4 in internal polling.
Guys, can I just say something real quick? Even
Go ahead,
if we
Luke.
lose North Carolina, we're probably going to be fine because we're probably going to get Michigan. Okay, so like it doesn't really matter.
Well, there's a chance
If
to New
North Car-
Hampshire, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, yeah, New Hampshire too. There's a chance, even if we lose North Carolina, we still net Senate seats. Like, don't lose hope if we lose North Carolina. Literally, like Watley's not really a bad candidate. It's just, how do I put this? He wasn't really built to be a campaigner. He's
Well, yeah, he's
Party
an
guy.
RNC guy,
He's an administrator, not
Yeah.
a campaigner. I'd also like to point out this would have been nowhere near as much of a problem if Tom Tillis wasn't a spiteful fucking, I almost said a word I can't say on stream, if he wasn't a spiteful fucking loser and had actually nominated someone. Whether or not Republicans would have accepted them is up to you, but Tom Tillis going out of his way to speak negatively of any Republican who's going to succeed him in the Senate is definitely contributing largely to this. So this is in a way Tom Tillis's fault as well.
Tom Tillis
I
is an
agree.
asshole. I mean, like we all agree on that. Fuck him. I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, North Carolina is probably tilt Democrat, or lean Democrat, somewhere between.
I think
that.
lean for right now.
Yeah. I think we're more likely to win New Hampshire than North Carolina or Georgia. I don't
Okay,
think-
that's
But
That's
no,
not a hot
here's
take.
not
If you
right
know
no,
that
now.
but here's what I'll say. When it comes to North Carolina too, like don't doom about the state. Even if Cooper does win by like 4 to 5, I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying if he does, this is quite literally the best Democrat possible, and they're using him up now. Like he's
Roy Cooper,
like, they don't-
2022 is going to be Beto 2018 for North Carolina, basically. In terms of this is
2022?
their Beto 2018, sorry. In terms of this is the last realistic chance that they have of running an actual Democrat who can win elected statewide office.
All right.
Hello, John.
President Gilbert getting up for 5. Old rap guests say he's dumb, gay, say something crazy, he's so wrong, hijack, drop words. Phrases get an anxiety attack, and rap says thank you. Yep.
Thank
Take-
you.
Take comfort too. What if we lose North Carolina but win Minnesota? You know, at this point, I would just that's 2026 in a nutshell. Let's see.
If we win Georgia and Minnesota and we lose, I'm not saying this would happen. It's not happening.
Lose
but
Ohio.
if we would win Georgia and Minnesota but lose North Carolina, I would just be so vindicated in my hatred of that state. I don't know why I hate North Carolina anymore. All I know is that I must hate, and in order to hate, you must truly hate something, even if you forget.
American Nerd for 2.
All hail death.
Is there hope for flipping the Georgia Senate seats?
Yes.
Michael Taylor for 2. Imagine losing North Carolina and Texas, but getting Minnesota and New Hampshire. That would just be fucked up if we did
We're
that.
not losing Texas, and I think Paxton is going to underperform because he's not really. Okay, I don't want to get into this, but I think he underperforms due to certain issues. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it, but Paxton is not losing. Even I don't think he's going to lose, and I'm very pessimistic on him. Can we stop with this?
Lean Democrat.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's complete.
No, he's gonna win, but I think he's gonna win by like under 5 points, like slightly.
My
under
good
5.
friend
Yeah.
Jay, would you like to say anything about Ken Paxton and the polls, specifically how they are undersampling a specific demographic, which comes home?
Yeah, it's also oversampling young voters, like most polling is nowadays. Paxton by 6 or 7, but unironically.
That'd be funny.
I'm not even saying 6-7 as a bit. That is my unironic prediction.
But you said
I would say
6-7.
4.5. 4.5.
You cannot say
5.
6-7 and expect people to ignore that.
I've matured. I have matured past the need for 6-7 jokes.
Are you sure?
The one competitive seat I have no hope in is Georgia. We're not winning Georgia. If we win Georgia, I'm gonna delete my Twitter account until 2029. We're not winning Georgia. Like I don't care. We're not winning it.
Trust the plan.
I will say I saw somewhere, and this has been proven with like the primary numbers, that in states like Georgia and the Deep South, you have seen increased black turnout since that Supreme Court decision, because the Dem messaging in that community has very much been like your votes are being like depleted. So that has caused an increase in black turnout, which means states like Georgia are going to be harder to win.
We're gonna put you in chains.
At least this
Yeah,
year. Yeah.
Atlanta has become if you are a Black American, you are very much considering moving to the Atlanta metro area, and that is it has made it
I already know.
difficult. Yeah.
I follow Rufus on Twitter. I already fucking know. This.
Yep.
Man.
All right, what did MTG say? What did somebody post? Oh God, Luke.
It was about the beef.
Oh my God. MTG, everybody. Here's the page slop about how the Trump admin is making it even harder for American beef ranchers and producers. Now they're being undercut by foreign imported beef, as they have been hit financially with high costs of fertilizer and diesel from Trump's war with Iran. The Trump's admin's attempt to lower the cost of beef is American beef last and foreign beef first. Oh my fucking God.
You only care about the first fucking plane ticket you can get to Costa Rica, you stupid blonde bimbo bitch. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, moving on.
This is America beef last. There's not enough beef.
You fucking... Do they really think that beef grows on trees or something?
Yeah. No, we can get the cows back if we just nuke Israel.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. This is just fucking stupid. How
Again,
I love when she says
the
page
reason
slop.
the reason again, the reason that we do not have all these cows is because the left under Obama spent 10 fucking years, and Biden, they spent over 10 years basically murdering our domestic cattle supply.
That's
because
Trump's fault.
because fucking
Cow
climate change.
Because cow farts pollute the world, so we have to.
Obama literally took everything from us. Obama took away like everything from us. I mean, he couldn't just stop taking away like Zoe 101 and iCarly and like Drake and Josh. No, he had to. He had to fucking take away our cows and shit too, or something.
I also remember. I remember Burger King was like putting out some climate change propaganda about cow farts polluting the world, of like the fucking yodeling Walmart boy.
Obama ruined America, unironically. Boomers were. Sean Hannity in 2010 was right about everything.
That's sad. K-Cup for 2. MTG tweets about America first from Costa Rica. Basically, but it's The whole thing with the beef thing is like, okay, do you want lower beef prices or no?
We
Like,
do, but it means we have to nuke Israel.
yeah, but like, okay, like John says in the chat right here, this is a good point by him. We cannot keep swinging back and forth between beef is too expensive and we can't import beef. Baby calves take time to turn into steaks and ground beef.
Beef is too expensive. This is why we need to supercharge Argentine and Australian beef. Afuera!
Well, yeah, it's like, okay, what, guys, beef does not grow on trees. It takes time. Like we've been saying, a lot of the stuff we want to do, yeah, we want American beef to be the main thing, of course. We're not saying it doesn't. But honestly,
it's what Ye just said. How am I to tune? Actually, you can say it. Yeah,
yeah, it's not bad.
How am I to tune out if I'm to take a side that could potentially lead to me not being able to complain?
They're going to complain, like, beef prices go down, and they're going to complain about it. They're going to say, beef prices are too low now. That's what they're already prepping.
They're too low, so now people are going to be killing more cows.
God.
Like, wasn't Barris complaining the other day about how, like, the housing bill was going to lower housing prices for, like, the boomers and destroy housing value?
Yes, he complained about it after bitching about housing prices.
Welcome to the Fuck Rich Barris segment.
Yeah!
Yeah, so houses are simultaneously too expensive, but when we take action to make them cheaper, now we're destroying the value of that. Like, you can't make these sloppulous types. Like, you literally cannot.
It's sloppulous. That's all it is. I mean, like, sloppulism, I thought was like a joke. No, this is just pure slop. It's pure sloppulism. Oh my god, we can't do anything.
They're just goy cattle, man. Like, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say, man.
Well, it's fucking absurd. No matter what you do, no matter what happens, no matter what Trump does, he can lower housing prices. It's too expensive. If he does up on housing prices, it's not enough. It's always horseshit. These people will never be happy.
We can lower housing prices by nuking Israel.
Yeah,
dude. I feel like at this rate, if Trump like ended the war in Iran, like fucking what's his face, Barris would find a way to say now the defense contractors are out of work, like or some shit like that, bro.
I mean, I swear to God, if he fucking does that, I swear to God, Luke, because I mean, these people have been wrong with everything. So I won't be at this rate. I won't be surprised.
Wrong about everything, Award.
What would Thomas Massey and MTG think about Trump curing cancer?
Well, now the AI people are saying it's bad. Because data centers bad.
He's putting the doctors out of work, guys.
That's what somebody said. That's what one of the anti-data center people said. They're putting people out of work, therefore we can't cure cancer. That's not even a joke.
I am not going to counter signal anti-data center stuff right now because we kind of need to use it in my governor's race.
Well, yeah,
but then after the election's over, I'll
my opinion of the data center stuff, just the whole data center side, just take the L the next couple of months, but right for the election, just fucking fix your messaging.
So we just lie to people? I'm completely fine with that.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, right now, just
if they're this fucking stupid, they deserve to be lied
like,
to.
just give them,
I'm sorry.
Give them a bone and just say, here, the local, like these local areas can decide or something. They're done. The whole issue's resolved.
The election where they rigged the votes where they decide and just
that's
feel like,
real.
Like Saddam Hussein, like
it's worth noting that the same people who are like these ruralites who are anti-data center are generally anti-development to begin with. These are people who are basically spiritual NIMBYs. They don't want anything happening in their neck of the woods. So
yeah,
if you're truly a developmentalist who just wants to build things like Trump, you're very obviously not going to be afraid to call these people out on their bullshit. And that's what it is. These people don't understand economics. They don't understand developmental policies. They don't understand actually nice things. These are overwhelmingly boomers who have owned this land for an extended period of time. Typically, they also have a bunch of illegal labor on them as well, if we're talking about areas like in the Midwest and the South and the Southwest.
All right.
And they just don't want the government coming in and doing fucking anything.
Yeah, I just think right now, the data center side, they have to fix their messaging. I'm sorry, like you have too many morons running around saying it's a good thing these jobs be taken away. Why? Who thinks it's a good idea to say that? We got to take away jobs. That's a good thing.
You put in the data center, cut property taxes, which means businesses wants to move in because, hey, lower property taxes, which means more jobs in the future that are actual jobs and not just a construction job for the data center.
That's like they gotta fix the messaging just for the next couple months. Just do the LARP like Mike Rogers doing in Michigan. Oh yeah, I totally support a 1-year moratorium. Yeah, sure, buddy. I'm sure you do. It's just political. It's you gotta play politics right now. It's dumb. But
we kind of need John Hughes to do the same thing.
Yeah,
because,
just
hit on that.
Make the issue completely irrelevant. I really believe, since both sides are really hammering each other on it, it's gonna be irrelevant. People are gonna just say, "Fuck this." Who gives a shit? That's my prediction, at least.
My opponent supports data centers. Says the candidate that 5 months ago also supported data centers.
By the way, Luke, I don't know if you saw the Wisconsin tip poll that just came out. Like, I think
Crowley +2
today.
Yeah,
it's Crowley
race in my
Crowley
opinion.
Crowley +4 with likely voters. Crowley +2 with registered voters.
Okay.
Okay. What is the numbers like?
47, 43, 43, 41. It's a lot of undecideds.
Gosh, yeah.
Okay, President.
It's awesome.
President Gilbert getting up for 5. Beef is grown for the chemicals and handled by the people in Madison, Wisconsin. That's real. Lord Rhino for 50. As a farmer, it takes 2 years for a cow to mature and 9 months from insemination to calf. It still takes almost a year to get a cow to good weight. To slaughter, it'll take years to recover the cattle population and for it to become efficient again. Well, yeah, it's going to take years. Probably not till the end of Trump's second term.
Again, Americans are impatient and they don't want it to be until the end of Trump's term. They want to have their beef and eat it too.
Correct the track for 2. Melee is good to a cow giving birth. I don't know how you pronounce that. Afria.
Mile.
No, Afria.
Afria. Afrera. You fuck. It's Afrera.
Alfredo.
Oh, by the way, guys, new Paxton ad in Spanish.
SpongeBob.
It lawn on streaming.
There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Hi, John.
John, hello.
I wasn't gonna join on phone, but some people in this call are on phone, so I'll just say a spiel real quick before I go back to work. We just really need to. I understand we do need to focus on domestic manufacturing and production, but we need to take the very few countries, and it's a very small list of countries that are unambiguously in our pocket, and we need to both help them and be open to taking products from them and filling gaps. That's why, honestly, when Trump did the Argentina beef thing, it was like 0.3 or 0.4% of entire U.S. consumption of beef. That is not going to destroy U.S. cattle farmers. In fact, it probably should have been proportionally more, maybe 10 times more. And maybe we would have actually seen a reduction in beef prices. But yeah, that's just the long and short of it with that, is that Argentina is unambiguously in our corner, Japan is, and we can go and later talk about the dozens of reasons why they have nowhere else to turn. But we got to be able to help these guys out and help ourselves, which end up being the same thing more often than with some of these other countries we're having problems with right now.
No, we can't do it though, John. We have to have 100% tariffs.
You have to find reasons to complain and cut your cock off.
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
I mean, apart from Japan and Argentina, who else is unambiguously in our pocket? Like Korea, maybe.
Not Korea. No. Korea,
Panama. This other talk one. Panama. Panama, Venezuela.
What I will say.
Everyone, shut up.
We have a. I have to leave. I have to leave in 5 seconds. So the last thing I'm saying is, we're slowly growing countries in our hemisphere that we can rely on. It's our job to not only flip these countries, but also to just give them incentives to actually work together with us and turn their nose up at China and everyone else. And so that's something that we really need to think about. While we're building, relationships with these countries that have been blocked to us by stupid socialists funded by NGOs. Now that barrier is no longer there, we have to build. We have to build on those relationships, and then we will have more unambiguously for us countries. Anyways,
okay,
I'll go back.
Let me read some super chats. Daniel for 2. Rap. Every time you say slopulism, I think solopism. I don't know what that is. No clue. I don't know.
Why does the sun have an anus?
I don't know. But we're saying slopulism because that's what it is. These people don't have any beliefs. They don't give a shit. They don't care about America. They only care about what's like people are mad about right now. Again, it's when the data center stuff is like past the purview, which I'm starting to think it is. I think we're gonna get past the point of the data center being an issue because everybody's talking about it now. Oh my god, everyone talks about data centers. You know what usually happens when it's 3 months before the election day and everyone's hyper focused on one issue? You know what usually happens?
No, I don't know what happens. Tell me. I'm a stupid.
People
fucking
tend to move on
retard.
from that issue.
Really, I had no idea.
I mean, you look at Google Trends. Nobody's looking up anymore. It's still an issue, but I don't think it's as big of an issue that people think it is. Just my hot take, at least come election day. Because both sides are attacking each other on it. It's fucking stupid.
It's
But
very state dependent.
Yeah.
It's very state dependent, I will say. Some states care a lot, some states care like anything out of Nevada about them. For example. But like Wisconsin, it's a very big issue because we had like this one incident up near Port Washington where this company like literally came in, made a shadow deal, like made a very shady deal with the mayor, didn't inform the city, didn't inform anyone,
Yeah,
and just started building it.
which
like
that
Yeah.
shit I'm against. That's my issue with the data centers. Some of these companies are fucking stupid, and some of these people are just insane. That's what people should focus on, and the crazy stuff that Crowley supports. That's one thing. I just have an issue with every data center's bad, no matter what it is. There's plenty of cases where no, these data centers. I'm not saying they're all perfect, but a lot of them they're saving these communities. Like they're on the brink of like just collapsing,
Yeah,
and it saves
and I
them.
hate to glaze like Tom, but the way Tom has been running has been very good on it because he's been talking about he's been focusing on subsidies.
Yeah.
Why he opposes subsidies because I'm fully against subsidies.
And I'm against
Taxpayer-
the solar panel shit. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like
like taxpayers should not be funding the construction of data centers. That should be fully up to the private companies.
All right.
So
Let's see. Yeah, I'm hoping that just the whole data center issue, it just people are gonna move on from it eventually. It's like Epstein. People give a shit about it for a couple months and moved on. I think the same thing's gonna happen here. Hopefully before election
Except
day.
for certain very terminally online.
Well, yeah,
people.
like you have like at this point at its peak, like 3% of people said it was the #1 issue. But now it's like, who talks about Epstein?
It's still just a bunch of boomer libs that think every single Republican is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Except Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger and Thomas Massie.
And David Jolly now. But it's a joke because he's he was a Republican, but whatever. You get the point.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it just the whole issue's dumb. It's slopulism. These people lie about it. That's the worst part. You look at who's actually funding these groups. It's from the Communist Chinese Party. So yeah, good luck. I wonder why China's funding these groups to be against the
it's
data
almost like
centers.
they want the United States to lose. Shocker. They almost wanna. Yeah, it's crazy. Our biggest
The good news
biggest
is
geopolitical rival wants us to lose.
there is one saving grace in all of this. I think we can like withstand a couple months of this shit and go back to like making more of these because we're so far ahead of other countries and data centers and just we're killing China right now. And China's not gonna be able to catch up, if I'm being completely honest. Even with all the hysteria, I just don't think they're going to. We have such a big advantage. I just the next couple months, just take the L, focus on the issue, just say, oh yeah, we're done. But anyways, Code the Lanks for 2. Speaking of Jolly, he's pandering to the idiot right. Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Even though he's self-described as far left. And people are eating that up because Byron Donald's bad.
Is he trying to appeal to like the Fishback voters or what?
Yeah, the retard right type. What even Fishback's back in Donald's? This is fucking stupid.
Put that
He
fish
is?
back. Put
Yeah,
that
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Fishback's a traitor. He's a traitor.
Yeah, a lot of people turn on Fishback because Donald's now it's like, hey, he's backing me. And Fishback's not disputed that, so. Yeah, you know what's sad when Fishback's a better team player than like Thomas Massie? I just can't get over that. He like, and I get it, Fishback conceded on election night. He conceded and he lost. So,
Bilzerian's yet to concede. I saw he was saying.
oh
that
my
they took
god, the
votes.
discourse
You guys-
around
Well,
that.
It says the Jews
Yeah.
stole the vote.
You got David
Yeah.
Giglio running around saying it was rigged and they stole it from him. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, because they had like what was it? They had the fucking that one
Tabulation
county
error.
like
Tabulation error, yeah.
misreported, or I think they like accidentally added a 0 to Bilzerian's total. He was up in that county like 60-40 for a bit, and then it's like, oh no, it was bullshit. It wasn't the real
But
result.
now
Because I
these people
remember
are
looking
convinced
at
it
the
was
fucking.
rigged.
Yeah, because I remember looking at the like decision desk, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Bilzerian only down like 5? I'm like, what the fuck?
The Jews
And,
stole the
like-
votes. The Jews stole the votes, and APAC rigged the voting machines.
God,
Yeah.
these listen. APAC, if you're listening, please rig it for the GOP in 2026. My God, I
These
just
do actually, yeah.
yeah, like I find it funny. It's like, wait, if they're able to like hack these election stuff, wouldn't you want them on your side?
Yeah, I want him on my side.
It's like,
bro.
yeah, it's
I
like,
want-
wait a minute. Like these tech right people, hey, Zuckerberg, hack the machines for us, or Musk, hack the machines.
I don't even know why.
please.
I don't even know why APAC even spends on Democrats, because like a Democrat getting 1 penny from APAC,
It's a political
makes them,
suicide.
like, it's like the end of the world for them, like the end of their
That's
career.
what
Part of the strategy might be they want the Republican to win, so
Probably.
they purposefully send money to this Democrat because they know it will hurt them in the primary.
And
Mhm.
like Pappas, he got money from APAC and he crashed in the polling. So, random Polish guy for 5. China will only be an issue for another 10 years. Predictions say their population will be half by then, thanks to the one-child policy. Congrats, you played yourself.
I mean, even I've heard like their population is massively overreported.
It is.
Um,
That number's always been bullshit. It's like,
I've
okay,
said before, I think a bigger threat in the future might be Europe. Like a kind of federal
Yeah,
Europe.
no.
I think that might be. I think it might be like. I think we do need to combat Europe in certain ways.
but yeah, I
Certainly
think
the EU,
China's
I think we need to break.
China's
Thank
biggest
you for having
problem
me on,
is
guys. I gotta go back to work.
all
See
right,
ya.
see ya. But
See
China's
ya.
biggest problem is like, yeah, they relied heavily on a large population. I don't believe their population
I'm
numbers.
going to go do stuff in real life. Goodbye.
Yeah, see ya. But yeah, it's just final talking point. Just the Chinese population, like, there's no way it's grown that much. How? They've had the one-child policy since when? The 80s, right?
Yeah, it's
I think I got rid of it recently, but I don't. But
Yeah. So it's like, how can they grow by that much in 30 years? Like, wait a second here. That doesn't make any sense. Wait a
I
second.
mean, I've heard they might have as like little as like 8 million to like even less than that. So
How many?
Like, and
Say
much
that again?
Report, I've
about?
heard it could be as low as like 700 million.
If that's
like,
the case,
and I
they're
think
fucked.
Yeah, and I think they reported like how much they report like 1.2. Is it 1.2 billion? What is their like?
It's like
reported
1.2
Yeah, I mean,
billion.
yeah, I mean India already surpassed them, but
Well, yeah, even with their numbers, like yeah, India surpassed them. But
yeah, it's still 1.4 billion as of 2025.
China's yeah, it's under a billion if we're being honest about like.
Thank you. There's no
'Cause, yeah,
fucking way they don't.
it's known that they and they also lose people every single year. Because again, like obviously they have the one-child policy and they have like no immigration too. So like,
How did the
if no one-
population grow? How does it make any sense?
yeah, there's no fucking their population's like impossible to grow. Like
All right, yeah, it became a 2-child policy in 2015, 3-child in 21. Yeah, I think China's one of those countries. It's just one day going to explode, and no one's going to predict it. That's my prediction on it. It's just going to one day implode completely.
well, they're not going to have the population to support their infrastructure. Like, there's so much infrastructure to like, and they're not going to have the population. I think that's going to happen.
And the
sooner
current
than-
economic system's not sustainable, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
because they take on so much debt, it's just like, no, you can't do that. All right, one more super chat. I think we're done. Lord Rhino for 5. The UN says India and Africa undercount their population. That's what scares me. Here's my hot take. I think they overcount them. That's my hot take. Some of these countries are full of shit. They're estimates from the 90s. There's no fucking way to continue the population growth. That's why I think a lot of these populations are fake.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, guys. Outside of the first world, like America and Europe, you cannot verify any country's population.
Because
Like, Yeah, go on.
People didn't, sorry to interrupt you, but like, no, people didn't understand like a lot of these populations, they're not from an actual census. A lot of these countries, they've not done censuses in years or actual real ones. They're bullshit. They're made up. And these are mostly estimates from the 90s where they were having like, God, they're having like 8 or 9 kids apiece or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Objectively, every country on earth has gone down in fertility rate, even in Africa and Asia. Just factually across the board.
Yeah.
So I
And
think these numbers are fake, but
these are countries where the people largely live in like very rural, like tiny communities. Like, you can't really you can't really reach them to do a census anyways. Like we're large like it's not like America where like 80% of people live in cities. A lot of these countries have like 60% living in cities and the rest live in these like tiny towns. But they're like you can't do censuses. You can't, and like none of them have internet access, none of them have like access to the outside world, and they're not sending someone in to calculate how many people live in each town. So like yeah, it's really just a mystery with a lot of these.
magic. Okay, so I think we're gonna end the stream here. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. We shall see you guys next week. Godspeed to all of you.